Hey, yeah, I've got a Federal SR60 combination lock here. It's a really big, beefy combination lock. It's one that Tiffany sent me. You might know Tiffany as a master custom lockpick maker. He offered to send me this because it's really hard to pick. These sort of combination locks usually stick in a what's called a decoder. It's a very thin piece of metal, and you usually stick it in one of these between one of the wheels, and you press this down and you lift up the lever and you let go, and it pops open. But this one, it doesn't work, and so Tiffany sent it to me to see if I could figure out how to open it. And it's really hard because this decoder just will not go in very far at all. And so what Tiffany did, he had a similar Federal lock. The shackle's a little bit thinner, but he cut it open, which was great, so that I could try and figure it out. And I don't think I would have been able to without it. Usually you lift up one of the lever, but this lever doesn't lift up. It's way back here that lifts up. You can see that these two wheels here move, two little wheels on the inside between them, and the first and second wheel turn these two levers, so that if you get them just in the right place, I'll see if I can do it on camera, like so you can see those two flat pieces there. And if I so you can see those two flat pieces there. If they turn over under, I'll just turn them one by one so that they're sitting under this tooth. And if I do the same with this one, boom, 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 and so the flat bit's underneath that tooth, then these teeth can go down, and which lifts up this lever because it's on a pivot. And so hang on, if I push that down, this lever lifts up so that when I squeeze this and let go, the lock opens. So that's how it works. You can see that when this is pushed in, the lever at the back, it lifts up quite easily. And so if I can slip a thin piece of metal far enough, push this down, push this in far enough, I can lift the lever, even though the combination's wrong, and then I let go and it opens up. Okay, so it's good I had this cutaway, because now I know that if I can stick a thin piece of metal in far enough to the back, I can lift that lever and I will be able to open this lock. But what I found out is that when I start to put this in, it's really tough going, and it only goes in a little way and it won't go in anymore. And so it only goes in about that far, and as you can see, that's just not going to be far enough to get to the back. And what I did, I had a broken decoder that I kept the thin piece of metal, and I started to file it down because I thought that this blade was too thick to push it in. And I was right. If I started to file it down more and more and more, and this was about, so I don't know if this is half as thick or 2/3 as thick as the original, but if I put this in, I'm going to push this closed, see if this will push, see how it pushes way in, okay? And I'm going to see if I can push down to lift that lever at the back and let go, and hey presto, it opens. This big thick lock opens faster than dialing in the combination. So it's great to open these locks. if you need to. And I still don't know what the correct combination is. This is just to unlock it, okay? It's not to decode it. But this works, even though I didn't have the right combination. If I press this, it doesn't open up because the combination's not correct. But what I would recommend, because a lot of lock pickers will have a decoder like this, what I recommend is buying 2 of them and filing one down. We often have to file some of our tools down. Some calipers here. So before filing it down, okay, so we're talking about 320-ish. But when I filed it, get that on camera. Okay, so it's about just under 2-ish. I sort of put a little bit of a arch in there as well, because I don't know why. I just thought that it would help to get in and then help to lift up that lever at the end. And anyway, it seems to work great. And this shackle is massive, by the way, 11 mils. And I should also point out that for this lock, putting a thin piece of metal in between these 2 wheels, it won't work because it won't be able to lift the lever at the back. It's only between the 3rd and the 4th wheel that you'll be able to get all the way to the back to lift that lever at the back. Cheers.